Hi everybody, hope you are doing well. In today's video, I will teach you everything about header and footer. Header is a section in the top margin that will be repeated over every page, while footer is a section in the bottom margin of the page that will be repeated over every page. For example, if you need to add the logo for your organization at the top of the page, in this case, header is the best option. If you need, for example, to add the contact information at the bottom of every page, footer will be your best option. But how can I add a footer and a header? Here I have a document of 3 pages, and I need to add header and footer for this document. The simplest way is to just go to the top margin or the bottom margin and double click. Once you double click, the top and bottom sections will be activated with labeling which are labeled as header and footer. While the document itself, the page content will be deactivated. It means that we are setting focus now on header and footer. You have a cursor here to the left. Actually, header and footer have 3 sections: left, middle, and right. For example, I need to write something to the left. Once I write it, and when I scroll down, I will find the same at the same place in every page. Even if you add extra pages, you will find the same header in the same point on every page. I want to jump to the middle part. You will just need to hit tab from the keyboard. Once I press tab, the cursor moves to the middle of the header. Another tab will take you to the end of the header or the right section of the header. The same here in the footer. It has 3 sections. You can move between the 3 sections by using a tab from the keyboard. Shift tab will take you back to the previous section. Anything that you will add to this, any touch you will add to this header or this footer will be applied everywhere. For example, if I need to format this text, I would select it, and from here I can apply any formatting that I need, and this will be automatically applied to every page. Once you finish working with header and footer, you can return back to your page content by double clicking the page content. And now you can see that the header and also the footer are now deactivated. It means that the active part now is the page content. If you want to go back to the header and footer, you can simply double click it and you'll be back. You can work in this section normally as you work in the page content regarding editing text, inserting a picture, inserting a logo, inserting a word art, all these topics that we have studied before. And everyone has a specific video. You can go back and revise the video. Another way to activate the header and footer is to go to Insert, and here you can see header and footer. If you click on the drop down arrow, you can see different styles of the header. The blank one is a blank header that allow you to write as we did before. And this is also blank but with 3 columns or 3 sections. Here you can add the document title, the title of the document that is here as a header. Or you can use any of these styles for your header and footer. For your header. So I will choose this. For example, I get this style of the header with the page number. You can simply type a title or something inside the header or inside the footer. This is up to you. Once you activate the header and footer, you will get a new tab called header and footer. That means that here you can find everything and every option that you can apply for the header and footer. For example, you have here the same section, header and footer. We saw this header before. If you need to change the style, for example, you can choose the style, and again from here, footer. This is the same, but at the bottom of the page. We have different styles. Let's apply the style with the date. Here you can see. Page number will allow you to add a page number. And from here, you can decide whether you need to add the page number to the top of the page or bottom of the page. Whether you choose the top of the page or bottom of the page, you have the option to choose where exactly in the top or the bottom of the page, left, middle, or right. You will see the same options here for the bottom of the page, which is the footer. Let's add a page number to the right section of the bottom part or of the footer. And here is the page number. This page number is dynamic. It will be changed automatically over every page. And if you add more pages, you will find the page number that is relevant to this page. You can move between the header and footer by clicking go to header. If you are in the footer, you will find it go to header. Now it takes me to the header of the same page. And now go to footer is activated, will take me to the footer of the same page. You can also insert a picture if you have a picture. This is picture from your file. If you have the picture in your computer, you can choose it. You can locate your picture and choose it, or you can choose an online picture. I will choose any logo. And you can see it very large. It takes most of the page, but this is not a problem because you can simply resize your logo. And here I have a logo at the bottom of the page. I will go back to header and footer tab. What if I need to set a different header for the first page? For sure you saw that before. If you have a book, you will have the first page, for example, the title page without a header and footer, and the other pages with a header and footer. Or you are creating a report, and at the beginning, at the first page, you need a special header. No header, no footer, or a specific header and footer that is different from the other pages header and footer. This is a case that you may need to change the header and the footer format or the setting. Another case is if you need different headers and footer for odd and even pages. And you can see this option clearly in books. Usually the book has a left page and right page. The left page has a header which is different from a right page, and this is the odd and even pages. Like for example, at the odd pages, you will need to add the name of the chapter And to the left, you need to add the title or the page number or the topic title. So these are different cases that you may face while working with Microsoft Word. This option can be done. This setting can be adjusted from here, from header and footer tab. Here you have several options, and they are in the form of a check boxes, which mean that we can check all of them or some of them or only one of them. If I need a different first page, I will check this different first page. And now you can see that the header title is changed into first page header. This is inside the first page. And the footer for the first page is changed into first page footer, while other pages has only header, label, and footer. And now you can able to write something in the first page header and first page footer, which is totally different from other pages header and footer. This header won't be repeated on any other page. This will be only in the first page header, and the same will be if I added a footer in the first page footer. What if I need different odd and even pages? Let me uncheck this and select this, different odd and even. Now you can see page number 1 has odd page header and odd page footer, while page 2 and all even pages will have even page header and even page footers. So you can see the header and footer are changed alternatively over the pages. The header and footer that you add in page number 1 will be the same for page number 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. And the header and footer that you will add in page number 2 will be the same for page number 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Now I have the first page header or the odd page header. I can add another header to the even pages. Now this header will be found on every even page. Let me add more pages. I would double click inside the page content so I can activate the page. And from here, do you remember how can we add extra pages? By pressing Control and Enter, holding Control and press Enter from the keyboard. As you can see, I can add many pages. Even if the page is blank, you can see the header and the footer. This is page number 14 even, so I can see the even page header. And this is page number 13, so I can see the odd page header. So you can see alternatively the odd and even page header and footer. But what if you need to do both? What I mean is, I need to have a different first page and also different odd and even pages. So the first page will be totally different from all other pages. All other pages will have alternative headers and footers, even page header and footer, and odd page header and footer. You can see now that we have lost the tab of header and footer. That's simply because we are now working inside the document content. If you need to see it back, just double click inside the header and footer, and now you can see it. I can check both of them, the different first page and the different odd and even. Here I have first page header and first page header in page number 1. And starting from page 2, you can see even page header and odd page header and footer. Now, whatever you will write in the first page, whatever you will write in the first page will stay only in first page. You will not see it in another page. These are the positions of the header and footer from the margins of the page. So header from the top, 0.5, it means the header will be at 0.5 inches from the top of the page, from the top edge, from not from the top header or the top margin, from the top edge of the page. So from here, from this section to the header is 0.5. And footer from 0.5, this is where will be the footer from the bottom edge of the page. You can change this number if you can simply, if you for example need to add more space for the header or the footer or less space. I would press tab to go to the middle part, and here you can add date and time in the header or the footer. You need just to place your cursor where you want to add the date and time. And from here, you can click on the date and time. Here you have many date format and time format. You can choose the format that you need to see. You have short date and long date like this. You also have formats of date and time or time only. Once you choose the date and press OK, the date will be added in at the position of your cursor. But what if you are creating reports and every time you need the date to be updated automatically to record the current date? Maybe you need the time as well if you are, for example, creating invoices. For every invoice, you don't need to go and edit the date. You need the date to be and the time as well for the invoice need to be updated automatically depending on the date and time of the system. I will choose the date only. And to make it updated automatically, I will check this option, update automatically. So the date will be updated automatically depending on the system date. Here I have the date. Today, 7 September. If I open this document tomorrow, I will find it 8 September. If I open it in the next year, I will find it 7 September 2026. As you know, when I finish working with header and footer and I want to go back to the page content, I can double click or I can simply from header and footer click on close header and footer. And that's all for today, guys. If you have any question, any topic that you need me to cover, don't hesitate to write it in the comments down below. Thank you, guys. I will see you next video.